Hey, what's up, soldiers? My name's GregFPS, the Zombies Extraordinaire, and welcome back to another video here today on the channel, where today what I got for you guys, the full D.I.E Easter egg guide for the brand new launch map in Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War Zombies. And this video is going to show you the ins and outs of the Easter egg, give you tips and tricks to complete it quickly and efficiently. Now, if you want a really fast guide with just the steps, I'll be making one of those, which will be linked down below in the description as soon as it goes live. If this video does go on to help you out, make sure to drop a like and subscribe if you're new to the channel. And if you do end up subscribing, let me know down below in the comment section so I can say thank you in a reply. So without further ado, guys, let's jump right into the video. All right, guys, so the first thing you need to do is hit the big red button in the power room and turn on power. Then you have to hit the two other red buttons on the control panels on either side of the particle accelerator room. And then once you do that, it's going to make a portal to the dark ether. You want to enter inside the dark ether and make your way to the top part of the map above the facility, and then you'll see a portal that you need to go down for 500 points. It's going to bring you to a room that is down in the base, and you need to grab the pack-a-punch piece and bring that piece over to the pack-a-punch machine, place it inside, and then come out of the dark ether. Now, I would recommend doing a short Easter egg with dancing zombies to get set up. You get extra salvage, a free weapon, and also you get jug for free. There's a video down in the description if you need to know how to do it. I ended up getting the ray gun in this game, which I would recommend having for the entire Easter egg. They increased the drop rate of it, so chances are you may get it, or you could restart or just hit the box for the ray gun. All right, guys, so the next step, you need to progress a couple rounds so you get a megaton. You go over here to the pond, have the megaton, shoot this thing hanging off the tree. It's going to be needed for one of the weapon upgrades, so you might as well just do it with the first megaton that spawns. Kill the megaton and it's going to split into two. Kill those two that it splits into, and once those are dead, you're going to get a golden key card. You're going to pick that up, make your way over to the weapons lab. There's a machine in the back. This is the room with the big bomb. You place the key card in, the drawer is going to open up, and you grab the remote control. You then make your way to the bottom level of Noct and get a good horde of zombies. And before you interact with it, make sure you have a lot. And as you see, I did. So it's eventually going to tell you that it's done. When it's done, you go back and interact with the hole in the wall, and the door is going to blast open. You grab the wonder weapon called the decompressor isotopic strange weapon machine. I'm going to show you guys how to get all 4 different upgrades of the wonder weapon, because you need all of them for the Easter egg. But before I get into that, there's another step that we need to do, because we have to build something called the Aetherscope. So you're going to need to find an anomaly around the map. I ended up getting one in the power room. They can spawn all over the map. You go inside, go back into the dark ether, and the Aetherscope has 3 parts that you need to collect, and they will always be in the same spot, but they spawn in a different order, and only one of them spawns in at a time. So one of the part locations is right here in the particle accelerator room. As you can see, each time you grab parts, dogs are going to spawn. As you see, as soon as I come out of the portal right here, there's a bunch of dogs waiting for me, and I almost died. So be really careful. Like 10 spawn every part that you get. The next part location is going to be over here at the crash site. This was my second part in this game, but it could be the first part I get or the third part I get. Like I said, it's in a completely random order, but the parts are always in the same locations. And the last and final part is going to be located in the spawn room, and it's like the antenna looking thing. So once you grab all 3 of those parts, you're going to get out of the dark ether automatically. It's going to bring you out of it, and then you have to go and build the ether scope. So this is going to be located in the particle area like we were before, where one of the parts was particle accelerator room. You go down here to the build table and you build it, and then you're on your way to the next Easter egg step. Once again, remember that dogs spawn every single time you pick up one of those parts, because it's really sketchy. All right, guys, so next, make your way to the medical bay, and there's going to be an anomaly there. You go back into the dark ether, and then you go inside of this room right here, and there's going to be Dr. Vogel's diary that spawns on the table. You have to grab that because you need to give it to the scientist ghosts. So you grab that and you drop down. There's going to be an anomaly, and it will say anomaly detected. It's like a circular orb, and basically you have to give the diary for it to move. And now you can stay and listen to it if you want, but there's 3 that you can go to all at once. The next one's here in the control room. You have to give them the diary every single time. And the last and final one's going to be located in the particle accelerator area right in front of where you build the Aetherscope. So once you're done that, it's going to go out of the dark ether, Then once you are out of the dark aether, you go back to the room where you got the diary and interact with the computer to enter a password. And now it is time to use the wonder weapons for the next step. Alright guys, so I'm going to show you how to get all of the different wonder weapon upgrades. The first one is ice, and you have to have the Megaton shoot this tree. That's why we did it before. And you're going to use the shockwave, the base version of the wonder weapon, and you're going to shoot it at this box right here, above, like at the top part of Noct. Then you're going to make your way around and get the flash that dropped and place it directly underneath where the Megaton shot. Make sure that is purple. Eventually it will fill. You can do it in the exact same round. It's just time based. And you grab the flask full of the blue liquid, go to the speed cola room. Around the corner there's a box. You just basically interact with it and it will literally freeze the chains off of the box. And that's how you get the first one, which is the cryo emitter, which is the ice version of the wonder weapon upgrade. Now there are 4 different prongs on this test tube, and you have to shoot one of the prongs so that it goes up with each of the different wonder weapons. The next one is poison. Also, kind of like on the top level of Noct, you use the suck ability and you suck a canister and you grab it. Then what you do is you go down to the weapons lab, and on the bottom floor across from Deadshot, there is a place where you place that tube. What you have to do is get a dog, and you actually have to kill the dog or the poison version, and you shoot it, and it's called a plague hound, and it will collect the plague hound like gas inside of the canister. So then you go ahead and grab the canister. Once it's full, you make your way back to the top level of the map, and there is going to be a box with vines around it. So all you have to do is place the canister right on top of that, and you shoot it until it explodes and the vines will be gone. Then you just make your way back over there and you can grab it. That's all you have to do. It's called Nova 5, which is pretty cool. And once again, you make your way back to the speed cola room and you shoot the prong that it corresponds with, and it will go up. All right, guys, the next one is going to be fire. This one, you have to get a portal to spawn over here in the pond area, and you're going to go through this specific portal. It has to be this one, and you're going to go back into the dark ether, and there's going to be a plane that goes up, and there's a box on the ground. You have to shoot with a normal bullet weapon, and you grab the fuse that is inside of that box. Make sure it's a normal bullet weapon. The ray gun does not work. And then you make your way in the exact same life or another one. You go back down across from Deadshot. There's like a machine. You place the canister right there. It's going to like laser across it. And then what you do is you make your way back up top right next to the pond. And on this truck right here inside of the box is the thermo one, which is like the fire one. And once again, you continue the exact same process. You go and shoot a prong with it. Once again, it's the exact same as before with the other ones, and eventually it will be pointing up and right there. And the last and final one is going to be the electric, which in my opinion is the best wonder weapon. And how to get this one is you actually have to go in the portal that has to be underneath the pack-a-punch. You go here and you have to have the normal version of the wonder weapon, and there are 3 different crystals that have an aura around it. You have to collect that electricity, go down behind Pack-a-Punch to a box, and you have to shoot the lights that are on the box. There's 3 lights and there's 3 different auras that you collect. So as you can see, I shot the first one. The next one that I shot, not the one next to Jug, that's the one we just did, is above Stamina, and that one is right here on top of the roof of Noct. So once again, you're just going to go right back and you're going to shoot one of the lights. And last but not least, the final one is over by the pond across from Quick Revive and also near the box location, as you can see. So we're going to grab that one and make our way, of course, over back into the same area where the box is, shoot the last light and grab the last upgrade, the lightning or electric ability. And then all you have to do is go and shoot a prong one more time, and then you are ready for the next step of the Easter egg. All right, guys, so right outside of the medical bay where you shot those prongs, there's going to be another anomaly that spawns, and you're going to go into the dark ether, and then around the corner, right across or right next to the computer that you interacted with, there's going to be another orb there that you interact with, and scientists will talk. Then when that's over, you go back and there'll be a dark ether wrench on the ground. You want to grab that thing and make your way over to spawn where the tank is, and you interact with the tank 3 times, hitting the wrench on the tank. Eventually a zombie will pop out of the tank. You want to kill the zombie, and then there's a cover that is still up. You need to either blow it up with a regular grenade, a semtex, or you can shoot it with the ray gun or another explosive weapon. And what it's going to do is the tank will actually shoot the decontamination agent out of a tree, which is kind of weird. It was like up in the tree. So you grab it, a bunch of the plague hounds are going to spawn. So you got to be really, really careful. And basically, I just sped it up. So you have to walk all the way back over to that cabinet where the scientists were talking, and you place it inside of the cabinet. So once you do that, then you need to get a megaton to spawn, and you want to use, I would recommend the electric wonder weapon for this because it kills them really quick. As you can see, you need to split the megaton, and then you need to get those split zombies to go right underneath of that test tube that we shot the prongs on. And essentially what's going to happen is that those zombies are going to get sucked up into the test tube. As you can see, it's a little bit hard to wrangle them. There's one of them that was in the test tube, and then I had to kind of get the other one to move and go right underneath it, and that one got sucked up. So once you have 2 sucked up, then you go back to that computer and you interact with that computer in this room, and essentially Orlov is going to be made out of that, where he's kind of like a normal human and he wants to get out of there. So eventually he gets out and breaks out, and he ends up running away. As soon as this is done, you want to be right up against the door and get the hell out of there, because there's going to be a bunch of megatons that spawn, there's plague hounds that spawn, and you just need to be really, really careful. So I would recommend just going to the spawn room, honestly, and killing all of those guys with the electric wonder weapon. That is your best bet. Now is also a great time to start getting ready for the boss fight, because you really only have one more step left. So definitely do that. So you're going to go over to the bottom level of Noct. You're going to go into the dark ether again, and there's going to be a photo that a scientist is holding, just like the other anomalies where there's like an orb and you interact with it. A guy is going to spawn. I would recommend just getting out of there as well. You don't want to stay in that area. It's really close quarters, and that's just bad business. So once that is done, you're basically ready for the boss fight. I would recommend buying all perks, get a sentry gun, get monkeys, get everything you want for the boss fight. I would recommend a ray gun, and I would also recommend getting the Nova 5 wonder weapon, and you'll see why it's really, really good for the boss fight. So just go and switch that out before you do anything else. And once you get that, you are ready for the boss fight and you feel confident and everything like that, then all you have to do is go down to the picture that is down here, and you're going to interact with it, and you will enter into the boss fight. You will go into dark ether mode and literally get transferred over into the pack-a-punch room. Now this is a great time to pack-a-punch your weapon. As you can see, I had 15,000 points at least, so I could pack my ray gun one more time. Double packing it or triple packing is always a very, very good idea. And also buy armor with the extra salvage you have. As you can see, I replenished it, so I got it all the way, and then we are ready for the actual boss fight itself. All right, guys, so essentially what you're doing is defending Orlov, who is doing a bunch of things with the system to basically like get rid of it completely. So the reason you want the poison wonder weapon is to shoot at his feet, because it's going to kill all the zombies that are attacking it. Now there are going to be a lot of plague hounds that spawn. There's going to be a lot of megatons that spawn. So you just got to be really, really careful. And this is kind of why you need the ray gun, just so you can shoot them and kill them. You can kill the megatons really, really quickly with the ray gun. And even the big ones will die eventually as well. But you just want to keep shooting. He's going to eventually move up here to a different portal, and he's going to be doing the exact same thing. Once again, you have to protect him. Now he cannot die, just so you guys know, like he will not die, but he can't progress anymore if zombies are hitting him. So just keep that in mind, protect him there. And then after the second one's done, he's going to go all the way down to the bottom area. Now for this one, I would recommend trying to stay up top and then just come down every once in a while and shoot the poison wonder weapon at his feet to kill the zombies. But it's fairly simple. This one's pretty easy. As long as you have killed all the megatons and stuff, only some dogs are going to spawn, and you should be pretty good. Then once it's done, it's going to flash white, and I would recommend getting armor again at this point. And then you go to the top of the stairs, like looking towards Pack-a-Punch, and you're going to get a quote from Weaver in the bottom right, or whatever. Like someone will be talking saying, all right, you're ready. So then you need to leave and basically go to the pond to escort. Now there's some electricity coming down, and you need to avoid it completely because you will insta die if you touch it. So you need to be really, really careful. And I ended up going down in the boss fight, not so I still had Jug, thankfully, but this is pretty intense. There's a lot of zombies coming and attacking you. So you just want to make sure you stay clear of all of those like electricity things coming up. So then you're going to make your way all the way to the exfil area. You might have to wait a minute or two and kill some zombies that are attacking just in case. And eventually the helicopter will come down and it will give you the prompt to hop on top of the helicopter and you can leave. And that is how you get the achievement, Seal the Deal, for completing the Easter egg quest on the Machina. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you did enjoy, please drop a like, subscribe if you're new, for plenty more zombies videos coming out daily. And I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you all in the next one. Peace out.